Hi, I wanted to make a video, instructional video for your peptide kit. So we're going to take a look at one. Obviously, I'm not a cinematographer here. So when you get a kit from me, it's going to look just like this, little white box. Everything is on the inside of the kit that you're going to need to self-inject with your peptides. There'll be a little printed sheet of instructions that match this video that I'm making. Inside the kit, you're going to find your syringes, alcohol pads, bacteriostatic water, and the peptides themselves. First thing you're going to notice is that you've got two different sizes of syringes. So the syringes with the orange cap are just basic insulin syringes. They just have a different unit of measure on them. And we're going to use those ones to actually give you the shot. And then you're going to have a larger syringe. This is what you're going to draw up the water with to mix into your peptide. So you're just going to open up the big syringe. If you look at it, you're going to see measurement markings on it of 0.5 ml, 1 ml, 1.5 ml. You see that? All right. In your box, the little vial of clear liquid with the yellow cap is the bacteriostatic water. I think there's at least 2 mLs in here, more than enough for all of your injections. And then you're going to have a couple little vials of the peptide. It will either look like this powder or it might be chunky, doesn't matter. Nothing wrong with it. This does not need to be refrigerated. It's good for several months at room temperature, but keep it in a cooler, drier place, maybe, in a pantry somewhere in the dark. Once we reconstitute this with the bacteriostatic water, then it has to be refrigerated. It'll be a little bit of a clear liquid in the vial. That will be refrigerated. So if you're not using, sometimes based on your dose, you might be getting 2 doses out of 1 vial, 1 bottle. So once you draw up your first dose, you're going to refrigerate your second dose. But again, if it's in the powder form, it's fine at room temperature. You will also in your kit have my cards. You'll have alcohol pads. So everything you need to get started. So let's do this. We're going to take the bigger syringe, the one that I showed you with the markings on it. And you're going to take that little yellow bottle of bacteriostatic water. For the purposes of this video, I'm going to use a larger bottle of bacteriostatic. So in most cases, you'll see like these needles do come off. You just twist them on. It shouldn't come off when you do it, but if it does, you take the cap off, there's the needle, okay? If you're recapping, please be careful that you don't poke your finger. You're going to need like an empty soda bottle or a water bottle or something to dispose of your syringes when you're done. You can hang on to this one for the whole month because you're not sticking it into your body, so you can reuse it for your water. But once you use the little insulin syringes with the orange caps, you dispose of those. They're one use only. So first thing you're going to do, most of the time your dose is going to be, we're going to be mixing 0.5 ml of fluid in these little vials, almost everybody. If it's different, your instructions will say so when you get your kit. To get liquid out of a bottle, nurses, you know this, but non-nurses, maybe not. You're going to put air in it. So I want you to draw this plunger right like this so that the top of the black plunger, the top, that's what you're measuring by, not this lower level up here at the top. We want this to be at 0.5 ml of air. I'm going to try to show you that. So the top of that plunger is right at the 0.5 mark. There's a little bullseye on the top of all your bottles, even the little ones. You want to put these needles straight up and down all the time, okay? So straight up and down in the center of that bullseye and just push the air in. To draw fluid out, you have to invert this whole mess. So turn it over upside down. If your needle's too big for the amount of liquid left in your bottle, sometimes you have to back it out a little bit. See that? And then you're going to just start pulling the plunger down. Now, obviously, I'm a nurse, so I've had practice, but it'll take you a little bit to get it. But you can hold it like this. You can, whatever you want to do. Start pulling back, and you're going to see fluid filling up into that syringe. Do you see it? So I want to get a little bit past the 0.5 mark in case there's any air. Once I can see that I'm just a hair past that 0.5 mark, I'm going to take it off. I'm going to click it. That's to get any air bubbles out. And then I'm just going to push that syringe up until it's exactly at 0.5. So yes, a little bit of water just squirted out of that. Okay. With that in mind, you're going to take your little peptide vial. So that's the ones that have the powder in it. and you're going to do the same thing. Needle goes straight down into the center of the bullseye. Am I even on the camera here? There we go. There's another bullseye. So straight down in the center, and you're going to push that liquid down. Now these bottles, this one had previously been opened, so these have a pressure vacuum in them. So when you push that syringe down in, it's going to suck the fluid right in anyway. But once they've been opened and punctured the first time, that vacuum is gone. So you'll have to push the plunger. Now, again, you can keep this same syringe and you can use it for the whole month because you're not touching your body with it. Just be very, very careful when you recap. Oops, that was really good, Dory. All right, so we're gonna hang on to that. So now, give this a little twirl and it's gonna dissolve. It dissolves instantly, all right? The next thing you're gonna do is inject it into your body. So if you're using this vial for 2 doses, so if you're not on full strength yet and you're using this vial for 2 doses, the next time you take it out of the refrigerator, you're going to clean it with an alcohol pad. The first time you take the cap off, it's still sterile. But you're going to take an alcohol pad and you're just going to scrub this for about 10 seconds just to make sure there's no cooties on it. Okay? You can use this same alcohol pad to clean the area on your belly. In a circle, you start in the center and you work your way out, okay? So on your belly or your thigh, you're gonna clean in a circular motion, start on the inside, work your way out. I'll let that dry for a minute. Get you one of your little orange syringes here. And hopefully these will tear open pretty easy. Where is my opening? Here we go. All right. These orange syringes that I provide have 2 caps. This one holds the plunger. Take that off. And then this is the needle. So just like we put air into that big bottle of water to get it out, we're going to put air into this little vial of peptide to get it out. All right. Most of your doses are going to be 25 units. If it's different, because I'm having you mix it differently, again, it will be in your instructions. Okay. And you can always call me or FaceTime me or whatever, and I'll walk you through this again. But take off your cap. You're going to notice that this is the teeniest, tiniest little needle you have ever seen. Can you see that? Not very well, right? There. It's tiny. It's very fine. It's very thin. You're hardly going to feel it going in. But because of that, this peptide liquid is kind of viscous, meaning thick. Not that you can see it, but molecularly. So it might take a little while to suck that out with this little tiny needle. But the same thing. So if you look, this unit is measured 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. These are units instead of mLs. So you're going to want 25 of air. So I'm going to pull that plunger back again. You're going to use the top of the black plunger to mark your measurement, not this bottom part. So we are at 25 of air. Again, straight down the bullseye in the center, straight down. These needles bend very easily, so be careful. I'm going to push it down in there and push that air in. And just like the last time, I'm going to invert the whole thing. And now I want to draw up to 25. So it's literally dripping a little bit. See how it's not rushing in as fast as the other liquid? So that's okay. But we want to get it, sometimes it's just literally drops. So you want to pull it back at least a line or 2 past the 25 mark. I'm kind of going up and down with my plunger to make the liquid come out. And I'm at 25, right? I'm 1 line past 25. Again, straight off. You don't want to bend your needle. I don't know if you can see, like I'm at like 26 units. So, and that is just because I want to just put a couple drops out of the top. Now I'm ready. So even if you want to do this part first and just set it down on your clear wrapper until you're ready, I'm going to set it down. And then again, like I said, you're going to take that alcohol pad, start at the center, work your way out to on your belly or wherever you're giving it. And then you want it straight in. So if you're pinching up your belly, I don't know if I can adjust this or not. I'll show you my, my belly. You're going to pinch. You're going to clean that area with alcohol first. You're going to pinch it, and you're going to go straight in, okay? Just straight in. Believe it or not, you will meet some resistance. Skin is pretty durable, and it kind of pulls away from the needle. So push it in, and you want it to go straight in. Don't bend it. Don't go at an angle. Straight into whatever part of your body you're using, and then push your plunger in. Push it in. You don't have to go slow. Just push it in until it all goes into your system, okay? And I'm not giving myself a shot because I already had my shot this week. So I'm just going to take that out. But that's it. You just gave yourself your first peptide shot. Most of you for the first month will have additional liquid left over in your vial because it's a 2-dose bottle. When you move to the higher dose on your second or third month, then it will be 1 vial per dose. So you'll use it all up at one time. So just remember to refrigerate the extra liquid, dispose of your used syringes into a water bottle, a Pepsi bottle, something that isn't going to poke someone when they go to take the trash. Okay, and I think that's pretty much it. Call me, text me, video chat, whatever you need if you need further instruction. And again, it is written in the instructions in your kit, and this video is just to accompany that. Okay, all right, new year, new you.